How's it? This is Dave from Hawaiian South Shore, and I'm here with Mark Pesce. Actually, he's in California. I'm in Honolulu, and you can tell it's cold over there. But we're going to go over the new Stu Kenson Twinzer. I'm kind of excited for this board. It's called the TJ Twinzer. Um, can you break it down from us from the nose to the tail and the bottom contours, and then the fin setup? Twinzer's been around for a long time, but I noticed that there's a lot of Twinzers coming back, and it's starting to become popular again. But take it away, Mark.
Yeah, at the Boardroom show this year, um, in San Diego, they highlighted Twinsers for the year. And thankfully, we have Stu Kenson, one of the Twinser gurus, pretty much, who helped Rusty do the C5 and the Piranha and Rusty's like Twinser world and all that stuff back in the 90s. That's this guy, Stu Kenson, the shaper. So Stu used to be a longboard team shaper for Rusty as well as a shortboard shaper. And then now he's been doing his own work with under this label. And we brought out a couple longboards with Stu and then added this Twinser to the lineup for January of 2025. So this is the Twinser. It'll look similar to your Sunday visually, but it definitely has more rocker and more tail flip in the nose. Well, here's the nose here, sorry. In the nose as well as the tail. So you're
Hmm.
a little more versatile, rippable board than the Sunday. I'm just trying to use that as a reference from what
Yep.
people. It definitely has like double barrel V out the back, and then it goes all about to like your normal spot, like right here between your feet, and then it goes flat into the next board or into the middle. And then the fins are designed by Stu, something he's been using for a while and proven this template. And then they're in solid glass. And they're going to be FCS plugged fronts and then future plugged backs. So that is your best bet for this board. And I think it should be written like this and not your basic twin setup. Um, it the way
So
it's
for the oh, go ahead.
off of this and traps this to bounce into this fin is super crucial. Like there's a lot of change in like like the way the water's flowing to break into this fin and get it to be a little faster and a little bit looser. The twin
Wow.
people know that like well, but for us, like jumping into this world, it's going to be kind of an exciting feel and kind of new for the Firewire fans or the guys that just ride straight up twin fins.
So versus having just a regular twin, just using that fin right there, the back fin, the futures,
Yeah.
versus having it with the little twinser in the front, you'll get a lot more squirt and a lot more speed down the line.
Getting more play in the turns, like it's ready to react faster. Like the water wants to break as you're about to lean instead of like in that big old push to the turn. And then twins to like push, push, and then it like skates. This one should react a lot faster.
Oh, so will it make the board feel shorter?
Yes. Oh yeah, 100%. This 7.0, one of the guys, oh actually Taylor Jensen said it feels like he's on a 6.6 the way it surfs.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's kind of that he just said that a couple of days ago. He's like, dude, the board kind of lights up and it feels shorter the way I surf it than what it's doing. So he's collecting footage now so everyone can see it when it releases.
Yeah. So the since the fins or since it does make the board feel shorter, that means you don't need to step on if you're not used to stepping on the tail of such a long board, or some people would, consider it a shorter board depending on what you normally ride. You don't need to step on the tail as much, and you don't have to shuffle all the way back there for like the short boarders. They'll have a much easier time turning the board.
Yeah, like let's say if you put a pad on it, you can
Hmm.
put it at the fins right here, or like from a little up and get that nice lean in it. Um, Especially more than your traditional mid length. It's going to be performance.
Wow. So the boards, they come in a few different sizes. We've got four different sizes, 6'8", 7.0, 7.2, and 7.4. 43, 48, 51, and 54. They all come with the same size fins, correct?
Oh yeah, definitely. The
So
fins.
somebody that's riding the shorter one, like a 6'8", and they're only like 130 pounds, and then somebody at riding the same length board at let's say 190, they're it's not going to slide out or anything.
Oh, definitely not. There's enough height in this back fin.
Uh-huh.
There's enough V double barrel V right here, where it's just gonna roll over, as well as he's a really insane shape, but as well as tail flip and thinness in the tail. It's all there to perform for just having a wider type surfboard.
Mm-hmm. And then the smaller person is not going to have a hard time turning the board either.
No, definitely not, because that's all foiled and shaped specifically for that size as well.
Yeah.
This, I mean, I'm not gonna gear it into like the Kelly Slater boss up world. That's a whole different kind of performance. This is a more playful, universal um mid length in a way.
Man, the weekend warriors are going to have fun.
This is your weekend warrior board for sure. And
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's replacing the Sunday by ride. I think the Sunday was definitely more of a flotation device and can kind of trim and go faster on smaller waves. This is more of like your rhythmatic board, like pumping and surfing shortboard style.
Wow. Yeah, because the Sunday it kind of paddles big and surfs small, but it's like more soul surfing kind of, like what Machado does. It's more soul surfing. So this one you'll be able to push it a little harder like shortboard, I guess. I'm guessing because I haven't ridden it, so.
Sunday has that glide and that lift and all the way to the rail and through the tail and nose. So it has that high volume front end and kind of full back. So you're getting the I'd call it more of the trim. And this is
Hmm.
it'll have the rail, the trim, but you're going to be able to pump it and gyrate your own speed a little easier, a little more user friendly for the performance guy, but still great, a great board for your average or beginner for sure.
Wow. So what kind of waves are these for?
This is for everything. This one will work at your California bigger wave day once, and then you just got to learn to trust this, and then your small like average South Shore type day kind of thing.
Uh-huh. And then
Um,
you'll be able to take it when Lonnie's is going off too.
and as long as you can trust your twin skills, definitely. Here's the outline of it.
Yeah. Yeah, nice shape. So just so people that are looking, they'll be able to know 6'8", 21 and a half, 2 3/4. The 7.0 is 21 and 5/8 by 2 7/8, and then the 7.2 is 21 and oh, I'm sorry, 7.0 is 21 and 5/8, 2 7/8, and then the 7.2 is 21 and 7/8, 2 15/16, and then the last one, 7.4, 22 by 3. Oh, 22 by 3. Wow. So people that are transitioning down from a longboard will be able to get on that 7.4 definitely.
Yeah, what one thing that you said in the dimensions is the thickness that I want people to know. You could
Mm-hmm.
it's not getting into a plank because it's staying under 3 inches. And Stu Kenson's a little more foiled out in his shapes than the Sunday or something like that. Um, so yeah, it's more performance based mid length type surfing.
So
But
the rails are pretty pulled, pinched in.
yeah,
Oh yeah,
get all of that, but
yeah. What size is that board?
normal pinched in. This is the 7.0.
Oh, okay.
It's probably
Man, that thing looks sick.
this thing's killer. So you guys are gonna be stoked. Customers are gonna be stoked. It's gonna add a good little fill to the their board quiver. It's kind of cool. We're doing the Twinzer. These fins are ready to go with the boards once you get them. So it'll be awesome.
Yeah. Man, that thing looks really nice. Yeah. And then it's in the helium technology. All
Only helium.
right.
I don't see any coming volcanic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
so
want
I
to
just
add anything about this board to everybody that's watching?
want to say it'll don't hurt yourself sizing up because it's gonna perform better than the length sounds. Like I'm not gonna go shorter than the 7.0 because I know how it turns and how it surfs. And so I'm just going to add the paddle and the glide and the speed and the smaller surf and just enjoy the ride, but then still know I can turn it as good as I would want to, you know?
Oh
So
man, all the boys would be upset if I showed up at the 7-0.
right there off the
I'll
bat.
be able to sit out in front of the uncle. He's gonna be like, "What are you doing sitting out in front of me?" I'm gonna get kicked out.
Sure.
Right on. Thank you very much.
Welcome. All right. See ya.